Stonites. I'm back with a new topic, and today's topic is Unit 3 Place Value, Ordering and Rounding. So in today's topic, the first subtopic I am going to teach you is multiplying by 0.1 and 0.01. First of all, these are the numbers like 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on. How to write by using power. 10, it can be written as 10 to the power 1 or simply 10. Here the power is 1. So when the power is 1, it can be read as 10. 100 can be written as 10 into 10. So how many tens are there? Two numbers of 10. We are multiplying two numbers of 10. So that is why it can be written as 10 to the power 2. 1000, that is 10 into 10 into 10, can be written as 10 to the power 3. Then 10,000. How many number of zeros are there? 4. So you need to multiply 4 numbers of 10. 10 into 10 into 10 into 10, that is 10 to the power 4. Now look at the power. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it comes according to the number of zeros, 1 follows. Here 1 follows only 1 0, the power is 1. Here 1 follows 2 number of zeros and the power is 2. Here 1 follows 3 number of zeros, so the power is 3. So likewise, it comes 1, 2, 3, 4. So today's subtopic is multiplying by 0.1 and 0.01. For example, 7 into 0.1. Multiplying by 0.1 is same as dividing by 10. How it is? Like 7 into 0.1, 0.1 can be written as 1 by 10. So it is 7 ones are 7 and 7 by 10. 7 by 10 means 7 divide 10. See, 7 into 0.1, it comes like 7 divide 10. So multiplying by 0.1 is same as dividing by 10. So 7 divide 10 is 0.7. So likewise, say 7 into 0.01 is same as dividing by 100. So 7 into 0.01, when we multiply number by 0.01, it is same as dividing the number by 100. So 7 into 0.01 can be written as 1 by 100, that is 7 by 100. So 7 divided by 100, say 7 into 0.01 is same as 7 divided by 100. So 7 divide 100 is how much? 0.07. So this is how we can multiply a number by 0.01 and 0.01. For example, in exercise 3.1, check your textbook. In exercise 3.1, from question number 3. Question number 3 is given 62 into 0.1. 62 into 0.1 is, how to multiply this? As I told you, multiplying by 0.1 is same as dividing by 10. So what you can do is, you can divide 62 by 10 and you can get your answer as 6.2. 62 divided by 10 is how much? 6.2. So likewise, take another example like 37 into 0.01 is same as dividing the number by 100. Multiplying by 0.01 is dividing by 100. So 37 divide 100 is 0.37. So 37 into 0.01 is how much? 0.37. So this is one of the concept of how to multiply a number by 0.1 and 0.01. Now come about division. How to divide a number by 0.1 and 0.01. So for example, 7 divide 0.1. In the case of multiplication, I told you that multiplying by 0.1 is same as dividing by 10. But when you divide a number by 0.1, it's just opposite. It's same as multiplying by 10. 7 divides 0.1. So it will be 7 into 10. That is 7 tens are 17. In this way, it's very easy to do. So dividing by 0.1 is same as multiplying by 10. Another example is 7 divide 0.01 is same as multiplying the number by, in the case of 0.1 it was 10, but in the case of 0.01 it will be 100. So 7 into 100 is how much? 700. It's so easy, see. So when you divide a number by 0.1, it's similar to dividing the multiplying the number by 10. That is 7 tens are 17. So when you divide a number by 0.01, it is similar to multiply the number by 100. That is 7 into 100 is how much? 700. So these are the two concepts you can apply here in this exercise. That is exercise 3.1. How to multiply and divide a number by 0.1 and 0.01. So I am going to work out few sums from the exercise 3.1. Check question number 1, exercise 3.8. Question number 1. In question number 1, say 10 to the power 3. There is a sum given 10 to the power 3. You have to write it in number as well as in words. So 10 to the power 3 means, in the beginning I told you, when you have to add the number of zeros according to the power. What is the power here? 3. That means 1 will be followed by 3 zeros. So 10 to the power 3 means what? 1 followed by 3 zeros. So 1 followed by 3 zeros, the number is becoming what? 1000. So after writing this as number, now you have to write this number in word. So how to write it? It is 1000. That means you are writing 10 to the power 3 as number as well as in words. So that you have to do in question number 1. In question number 2, I take one of the sum like 1 0 0 0 0 0. 1 is followed by how many zeros? 1 2 3 4 5. Now you have to write as a power of 10. Write it as a power of 10. So how to write it as a power of 10? It's easy to write. How many zeros are there? 1 2 3 4 5. So the power of 10 will be 5. So this is how to write a number as a power of 10. Next, I go to question number 3. In question number 3, I will do one sum that is given in question number C. 125 multiplied by 0.1. 125 multiplied by 0.1. As I told you, multiplying by 0.1 is same as dividing by 10. So 125, you divide it by 10, so answer will be 12.5. This is one of the sum. And in question number 4, what you have to do in question number 4, you have to work this out, and the sums of question number G is 0.32, and you have to divide it by 0.5. 0.01. So I've already explained, dividing by 0.01 is similar to multiplying by 100. So 0.32 multiplied by 100, then it becomes 32. One more sum I do, that is number H. Question number H is 7.225 and you have to divide it by 0.01. So dividing by 0.01, it is same as multiplying by 100. So when you multiply it by 100, since there are two number of zeros, you have to shift your decimal two places right, then it becomes 722.5. So this is how you have to apply this concept of multiplying by 0.01 and 0.1 and dividing by 0.1 and 0.01. So these are the two concepts you can apply in exercise 3.1 and you can work out all the sums. If you have any doubt, you can call me. I can help you out to clear the doubts. Now I move to the next subtopic. The next subtopic is ordering of decimals. Ordering of decimals means you have to arrange the decimal from big to small and small to big according to the question given in the book. So first question, in question number 1, it's given, write this number in order of size starting with the smallest. You have to write the decimal numbers in order of size starting with the smallest, and the decimal numbers are 3.09, 2.87, then you have 3.11 and 2.55. So these are the decimal numbers given to you, and you have to order this number starting with the smallest. Starting with the smallest means in ascending order, that is small to big. So you have to find out the smallest decimal from all these four, which is the smallest one. To find out this, first you underline the whole numbers. You know that in a decimal number, suppose 3.09, this is a decimal number, and the decimal numbers have two parts. This one is called decimal part and this is called whole part. So the right side of decimal is called decimal part and the left side of decimal is called whole part. So you have to look at whole part means the whole numbers and the decimal numbers. So you have to look at now the whole numbers. Here the whole number is 3, and for the second the whole number is 2, and the third decimal number the whole number is 3, and the fourth decimal number the whole number is 2. Now look at 3, 2, 3, 2. So the whole numbers are 3, 2, 3, 2, and you have to find out the smallest decimal from these four. So to find out the smallest decimal, you know that 2 is smaller than 3. That means from these two decimal, you have to find out the smallest one. So from these two, you have to find out the smallest one. Since you have the similar whole numbers, then you have to go for, when your whole numbers are similar, you cannot compare which one is smaller and which one is greater. So what you have to do, next you have to move to the 10th digit. Look at the 10th digit. Here it is 8, and for other number it is 5. So for this number it is 8 and this is 5. Now you can compare. You know that 5 is smaller than 8. So when you compare both this decimal number, so 2.87 and 2.55, so naturally 2.55 will be smaller than 2.87. So now you compare, 2.55 is the smallest decimal number out of these sets. So 2.55 is the smallest. Next comes 2.87, and after that now you have to go for 3.09 and 3.11. The similar way, since their whole numbers are similar for both, you have to look at the 10th digit. Here it is 0, and for this number it is 1. So naturally the 3.09 will be smaller than 1. So 3.09 and next will be 3.11. So this is how you have to arrange the decimal starting with the smallest. See, this is smallest, smaller, then next smaller, and then comes the largest one. So this is how you have to arrange it. Next question, I take one more question, is given 2.3 kg, 780 gram, that means 780 gram, then 2.18 kg, then lastly you have the number is 1950 gram. This is the set of numbers given to you with their units: 2.3 kg, 780 gram, 2.18 kg and 1950 gram. So what is the difference between the first and second sum is, in the first sum it is just a pure decimal number, but here you see the unit is given here: kg, gram, kg, gram. So in this case what you have to do is, you have to convert all the unit into similar unit. All the unit has to be same. So in that case what you have to do, either you convert all the decimal into kg or you convert it into gram. So it is always convenient to convert the bigger unit into smaller unit. So kg is the greatest unit here: kg, gram, kg, gram. So when you compare, kg is greater than gram, so you can compare kg and gram, and kg is the greater than gram. So what you can do, you can convert kg to gram. And we all know that to convert kg to gram, what you have to do, you have to multiply the number 1000. Why? Because 1000 gram makes a kg. So you have to multiply 2.3 into 1000, then it becomes gram. And 780 is already in gram, so you don't need to convert it. Then again comes 2.18 kg, the similar way, multiply it by 1000, then it becomes gram. And lastly is already given in gram, that is 1950 gram. So when you multiply 2.3 into 1000, it will be 2300, that means 2300 gram. Then you have 780 gram. Then 2.18 into 1000, if you multiply, then you will get 2180 gram, then 1950 gram. Now you arrange starting from the smallest, which is the smallest one: 2300, 780, 2180 and 1950 gram. So what you can do, which one is the smallest here? Out of this is 1950 gram. Sorry, the smallest is 780 gram. Next 1950 gram, then 2180 gram and 2300 gram. So this is how you can arrange it from the small to big, that is starting from the smallest to the greatest one. So this is how you can order the decimals. Next subtopic is rounding. You will get it in exercise 3.3, how to round the number to the degree of accuracy. A question is given to you, suppose 42. There is a number given to you, 42, and you have to round it nearest 10. You have to round it to nearest 10. And how to round it to nearest 10 is, look at the number 42. Since you have to round it to nearest 10, you look at the 10th digit. What is the 10th digit here? 4. Then write to 4 the digit you have to check it. Right to 4, what digit is given is 2. So if the digit is right to 4, if the digit is 5 or more than 5, then you have to add 1 with that number. That means since here right to 4 2 is there, which is smaller than 5, so you don't need to add any number with 2. That means you don't need to add 1 with 2. It will remain as 2 here. So while writing the answer, the 10th digit will be 4, and the next to 10, what is there, it will turn into 0. So when you are converting or rounding 42 as nearest 10, it becomes how much? 40. I'll give you some more example. Say 157. 157. And you have to round it to nearest 10 again. This also you have to round it to nearest 10. So when you are rounding it to nearest 10, the same method, look at the digit given in tens place. The tens place, the digit is what? 5. Now you check right to 5, what is given there. So right to 5, the number or digit is what? 7, which is greater than 5. I told you next to tens digit, if the digit is greater than 5, so what you have to do when you are rounding, you have to add 1 with that digit. Then it becomes how much? 1, 5. Sorry. So what you have to do, you have to add, I repeat, you have to look at the tens digit. The tens digit is how much? 5. So when next to 10, if the digit is greater than 5, then you have to add 1 with 5. Then 5 becomes how much? 6. So how you have to write then? 1, 6, and in place of 7 it will be what? 0. So what you have done here, since after the tens digit, the digit which is given in the question is greater than 5, then you have to add 1 with the tens digit. That means when you add 1 with 5, 5 becomes 6 and 7 can be converted into 0. So when you are converting or rounding 157 to nearest 10, it becomes how much? 160. I shall give you some more example like 476. You have to round it to nearest 100. When you are rounding to nearest 100, you have to look at the 100 digits. You need 10, 100. This is the 100th place, and what digit is given there? 4. Now check the digit given just right to 4. I mean next to 4 is how much? 7. So if the next digit, what is given right to 4, right side of 4, if that digit is greater than 5, then what you need to do, you have to add 1 with 4. Then you have to add 1 with the 100th digit. Here the 100th digit is what? 4. So when you add 1 with 4, it becomes 4 and 1 is how much? 5, and other two digits will be converted into 0. So it is 476 become 500. So this is how you have to round off. I teach you again the decimal number, right? Like one question is given 11.52. So you have to write it as 1 decimal place. So you have to keep your number as 1 decimal place. Here how many decimal places are there? 2. So you have to round it off to 1 decimal place. That means you have to keep only up to 1 decimal. So here the 10th digit is 5 and next to 5 is what? 2. So you need to remove it and you have to keep your answer till up to 10th digit. So what you have to do, you have to check the next digit the similar way. If the next digit is 5 or more than 5, then you have to add 1 with the 10th digit. Since the number is less than 5, I mean smaller than 5, so you don't need to add anything with 5. So what it will be 11.5 when you are rounding up to 1 decimal place. Next is one more example I am giving you, like 125.88. Here you have to write again up to one decimal place. So when you are writing up to one decimal place, the similar way, the other place you have to remove it. So when you are going to remove, you have to check it, what is that number. If it is more than 5, or you have to add 1 with the previous digit, that means 8 becomes 9. So 125.9. So this is how you can round off the whole number as well as the decimal number. So addition and subtraction, just one example I give you. Just for example, the numbers are 7.25 plus 3.9 plus 0.876 plus 8.23. Suppose this you have to add it up. So what are you going to do while adding? You have to arrange the number one under another. So take the first decimal number is 7.25. Under this you have to write 3.9. So 3.9. Next is 0.876. 0.876. Next is 8.23. So what did I follow here? What did I maintain here while arranging the number one under another? What did I follow here is the decimal should be in one line. While arranging number, you have to check that all the decimals should be in one line. Now you can add it up, because while arranging, I have arranged in such a way that the decimal comes in a line. Now you can add it. Here is only 6 in this column. Here add up all these numbers, 7 and 3, 10, 10 and 5, 15, 1 in hand, 8 and 2, 10, 10 and 9, 19, and 2, 21, and 1, 22, 2 in hand. But before that decimal is here, 8 and 3, 11 and 7, 18 and 2, 20. This is how you have to add it. And for subtraction, I take one example for subtraction, that is 2.965 minus 1.32850. You have to subtract it. So the similar way you arrange it, 2.965, and under that you write. And remember, while subtracting, always the greater number will be up and the smaller number will be down. So 2.965, under that you write 1.32850. Now you subtract it. Now what you are going to do here? Look at, there are no upper number. So in that case, always first thing you have to follow that, you have to take the upper number as 0. Now when you subtract 0 from 0, it remains as 0. But now, here can you subtract 5 from 0? No. So what you have to do? You have to carry 1 here. It becomes 10. So when you are carrying 1 from 5, it becomes 4, and here it becomes 10. So 5 from 10 is 5. Here again from 4 you cannot take 8. You have to again carry 1 from 6. Here it will become 14, and here it will be 5. 8 from 14 is 6. 2 from 5 is 3. 3 from 9 is 6, and 1 from 2 is 1. So this is how you are going to do the addition and subtraction. Thank you.